Greetings and blessings. Welcome to another Medz with JudaH. Today we would like to take you to the top of Pyramid Mountains in the northern range of Trinidad and Tobago. One of the most beautiful places on this earth. A hidden away paradise, tucked away in a portal that can only be opened by your spirit. A wonderful home that has been opened to the rest of us, known as Mahogany Ridge. We went home to celebrate the marriage of a family member, a younger cousin, a bonding of two different bloodlines coming together to create an extension of the God family, that of which we are. And before the wedding, we checked into a space close to where the wedding was taking place. Rising up in the morning, this is what we see. Flora and fauna, parrots making their noises, calling to the plants to let them know it's time to rise. It's time to rise and shine. Pure, serene paradise, tropical in its nature, different than any other. Every bird has its own voice, distinct to Trinidad and Tobago. We have 18 different species of hummingbird, the land of the hummingbird, the land of TNT. Once connected to South America and Africa, Trinidad is home to so many different things. Animals, places, people, mixed cultures, traditions and heritages, folklores, mysticisms, happiness, expressions. We are a bridge that connects the Western world to the East and the East to the West. For we are in the middle. Connect the North to the South, the South to the North. Openness and abundance of life. True family values. Authority in its regal essence. Royalty. Happiness and love is what functions in our nation. No matter how angry we may get with the emotions of human nature, we forgive and we go forward in love every single day. We look at corruption in its face and we laugh. We knock a glass and we drink. Some of the world's best rum and beer come from Trinidad and Tobago. Rich in abundant soil, oil, gas, life. On this series with Medz with JudaH, don't give you perfect cuts and cinematic styles. You can look at our music videos for that. This is the raw, natural essence. The wonderful family that has opened up their home to us. Blessings by the one named Christ. Children that have grown into queens. We shared educational systems and schools together. Wonderful people. Wonderful people. Part of a wonderful island. Both Trinidad and Tobago. We all share a connection which is like no other. It's magical at its root. have a different comprehension and understanding where we come from, which we will never forget. To enter into this space, you have to be blessed. You have to know how to open the portal to get through to the top of the mountain. So you can try. And if you are not ready, you will fail. For there's no loud noise other than the animals and creatures that existed before man. There is no absurdities of cursing and anger and frustration. There's only love. It's peace. Even the groundskeepers who have come here to assist in the upkeep of this space are of love. And they cherish the abundance that comes. The type of animals that live here are happy. There's no war. It reminded me of Fraggle Rock. Doggies want to make sure you're happy. The views are breathtaking. And with every corner that you look, there's a different adventure to be had. So upon this day after rising, we decided to go and have an adventure. Observe the beauty of the grounds and the surrounding areas. The colors that only the Most High can create. For man creates nothing, but rather mimics and attempts to replicate that which has been created by the Creator. We take a walk down the ridge to see where the path will lead. No compass, no map. We just follow the trail. And upon the trail we see expression of beauty in its natural essence, manicured by the gardener of the garden, as that is which the Most High has created man to be, the gardener of Eden. And as Jah's sun shines bright every day, feeding life unto all. My brother took the opportunity to create a memoir of our mother, our wonderful cousin following behind. Gifted the opportunity to catch up and spend time after years of separation. Everybody needs healing, and this is a healing space. Trinidad and Tobago is a healing space. No matter how much of the operatives that have been sent to our country to portray it as a hell and a gang warfare zone, that is due to ignorance and lack of education of those who choose those paths and depend on governments to do everything for them when the government is not supposed to do anything for us. The government works for us. They are supposed to uphold certain systems that we put in place, not them. The government cannot create things like this. They are not capable. All the government creates is ghettos. The government does not know how to create abundance other than for itself. And that is why in our music you will hear us say Firebun, PNM and UNC. They are not educated in the manner of life and nature. They are educated in Babylonian systems of manipulation. They know not love. They know not that which is good, natural, free. They want control. And they do not know how to educate the people, for they themselves only seek to steal, for they have been corrupted. There is no corruption in nature, for corruption does not last in nature. There is no cancer in nature, for cancer is unnatural. And when there is a cancer in your government, it must be removed. It must be eradicated. And that eradication will not come from death, but removal by force of the people coming together in power and unity. The coat of arms of Trinidad and Tobago state, together we aspire, together we achieve. So when we come together in love to preserve this wonderful nation of ours, where greed is not at the forefront, but rather the last thing on our mind, for there is enough to go around for everyone. Where there's equality, where every leaf gets watered, every root is fed, every child is nurtured, cared for, every elder is protected and given a space, given their health care, dental care, given their love, of which they have given their entire life. They must reap the rewards of their life, and that can only be given by those who are alive. The hungry must be fed. The sick must be nourished. The woman must be educated and protected. And man must protect. You do not need guns to protect. You do not see guns in nature. Each plant and animal has its own defense mechanism without the intervention of man. Primitive weapons of past can protect you from wilderness, but when you use it to murder and destroy innocent people due to the illusion of ownership of city blocks and street corners, the lion must roar. But that angers God. The same God that says He loves us and sent His Son to die for us, that He loves us so much, is the same God that will wrath against those who deny His law, be it Muslim, Catholic, Christian, Hindu, Hebrew, whatever it is that you want to follow. The law is immovable. And these laws of nature, rules of nature, do not shift nor change. It is the laws of man that shift and change to suit the will of man and desire of man. If our desires are good and wholesome, if we are clean in our heart, we live with the highest of intentions, the cleanest of heart, and the purest of thought, life would be but a walk in the park. Protection occurs from your auric field. What is within must come out. Four years have passed since the world has been shut down and the great wine press has been squeezed and trodden upon by the foot of the Most High. And what was inside the grapes, which is your temple, has been squeezed out, and what was within must come out. And now you see the perversion of man and woman and child. Transgenderisms and schisms. Research the definition of isms and schisms, or I'll give it to you right here. Look at the phallus of this flower and the petal. Feminine and masculine properties. oneness, expression of the Most High. Pollinators to be pollinated. Take yourself back to a time when the Amerindians lived on this land, the Tainos and the Caribs and the Arawaks. Reaching to the top of the mountain to see the views. Who was the first man and woman on the island? Who dealt with the bajaks? Who got stung by the red ants and knew what was good and what was bad? Who are they? Who were they and who are you? To believe that you have some sort of authority to take life and give life when you yourself do not know what life is. Who was the first to swim in that sea? To come down the valley and swim in the bay? Who was the first? Was it you? You do not own anything on this earth. But when you are blessed and anointed and given a space, you must protect it, preserve it, and share it. So much greed has corrupted man. But those who are here cannot find a little place for themselves. A simple bench to lay upon and observe, to be at peace amongst nature. In the wilderness there are serpents. There are lions and wolves and hyenas, leopards, vicious warthogs, wild boars, friendly dares, mischievous monkeys. Not one of those creatures was seen on this day, for this day was blessed with peace, love. And we wish that everyone has blessed days like this. But how can you have a blessed day when you are wishing ill will against your brothers and sisters in hypocrisy every day? Talking down, speaking under your breath, utterances of contradiction, evil tongues, nothing righteous, all to make yourself feel better as if you know because you think you know. What do you know? It is okay to know nothing. That is why questions exist. But one cannot ask questions if they think they know the answer to the question of which they ask. That is manipulation. That is a lie. And too many people love to lie. A liar cannot enjoy this view, for the liar will lie to themselves and say this view is not good enough. That palm tree is not growing correctly. That root of this tree is too rough. As if they have control. So they will chop it down. And they will create death. And in that, they will lose the shade of the tree. They will take life of that which they did not create. And in their redemption through their repatriation and repentance, they will plant more trees and a canopy will come and shelter the future generations. For the man who plants a seed of a great oak tree will not enjoy its cover nor its shade, but will the son and grandson live by the works of their father. Enjoy nature and preserve it. Protect our seas, protect our rivers, protect our streams, protect water, for water is life, and water is what feeds everything on this earth. Without water, you die. For you yourself are living water. And remember that Jah The Most High hovered over the waters and spoke us into existence, spoke the land and raised it from the depths, and he also covered it. When the abominations rose too much, abominations rose into power, into abundance. For if there is abundance of filth, there must have an opposition of abundance of cleanliness. Each voice of each bird is different, yet it sounds the same to you. Each word they speak is not English, but a vocality, tonality, frequency of which they comprehend, and Jah is the creator of that. Each animal can communicate through its soul. For the temple houses the soul, and without the soul the temple is empty. There is no light in the temple. It is dark. It is dead. You can see the difference with cinematic shots of which we took and normal raw shots. We did not cut out the raw shots for one reason. I seek for you to be here with me, for separation is an illusion. Sit with me. Just as the Mother Queen says, come right next to me. These things are not planned. These things are freestyle. These things are organized by the Most High. The mysteries of God are 10 steps ahead of you and forever will be ahead of you, no matter how much your agencies attempt to manipulate. God always wins in the end. I remember what Sizzla Kalonji sings, O children, Babylon build their cities and break their own laws. For too long you have been amongst them, yet they never teach you that the fools get caught. To continue down this ridge will take you all along the north coast, to where the turtle sleeps, giant in its history, frozen in time, solidified, petrified. Jah is the creator of all. Jah is the bringer and giver of life. When you feel down and out, always remember that Jah is in control.
Both feet on the ground, not one up.
And Jah has given us free will.
Ouch.
So if you would like to see the memoirs,
This is only going to
my
be
brother
about
and
2
mother,
seconds.
stay tuned for that. Let us make our way back up to Mahogany Ridge, to a place of paradise, a place of peace, a place of silence, meditation, mastery. It has withstood earthquakes for years and will forevermore be standing tall as the miniature manor that it is. We give thanks to the Duval family for this wonderful contribution to Earth. But without you, my time in Trinidad and Tobago would not be as beautiful as it was this last trip. As I make my way back up to the bedroom of which I arose every morning, lay my head to rest every night, I give thanks to Mahogany Ridge. We love you. Join us next time on Medz with JudaH. Blessed love. Rastafari.